Hi Virgo, how's everybody doing? Before we get into the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. It looks like there's something that you may be letting go of. This could be something that, like, possibly you had been intrigued by the idea of exploring, but maybe you had an awareness that it wouldn't be a great route to go down, and so you're deciding not to. It can also be you, like, working with yourself, and you may be, like, moving past something or getting over something or moving away from something that, like, other people don't know that you're moving through. It can be, like, dealing with something on your own that, like, maybe other people aren't aware of. Or, like, working through something independently. I am seeing the Tower here. Pretty intense start. The Tower is about... I want to get more context. So the Tower moves through, which may mean that something is going on that you had not expected. I'm seeing some sort of plan, like figuring out where to go from there. I'm also seeing an ending. But it's something that you may be still sorting out how you feel about this. Whatever this was that happened, the Tower comes through where it, like, really shakes things up for us. So, like, something happened within your life that you weren't necessarily expecting to happen, and then it does, and then it's like, okay, so this thing happened. It's already taken place. What do we do now? Where do we go from here? And it seems like this was something that helped you to come to a decision or make some sort of plan to end another thing or something that was going on that you see as needing to come to an end. And although you know that this is the right move, it may be something that you're still, like, sorting through how you feel about it. I am seeing, though, that it grants you the opportunity to have a new beginning. So it even seems like something came about, it gave you the opportunity to close out some sort of cycle, but it may not be an easy cycle to close out. It may be something that is, like, harder to do, definitely feels like something that you were, like, emotionally attached to in some sort of way, but it gives way for this new beginning or this new chapter for you. I'm looking at the Hierophant here, which represents Taurus. It can be even a chapter that you're moving into that you feel more, like, aligned, more attuned, even spiritually. Can be something even that you're committing more so to. So yeah, I'm even getting the notion of, like, rather than... maybe on the outside, rather than being frazzled by this, it looks like it happens and you're immediately like, okay, like, what do we need to do about this situation? Like, where do I need to take action? What needs to be done here? Which is interesting, because usually, like, the Tower is something that, like, impacts us on a very deep level, but for some reason, I'm getting it almost... I don't know, it feels even like the full effect of it has somehow been, like, cut off in some sort of way. Maybe this is related to, like, a coping strategy of yours. Yeah, as I said before about it feels like the full effects of the tower like maybe didn't hit you yet. I'm seeing the 7 of Cups here, which kind of feels like something may have happened and you didn't like fully or completely process it. And now you're moving, but you may be moving into a space that, because you didn't fully process what that was, you may feel a bit confused about where you are right now. It's a moment that, like, within the moment of this happening, you could have made a choice or made a decision, but like maybe you didn't know like completely how you felt about it, or you didn't have all of the information. So now it's like you made that decision and now you were pushed into like a new area or a new chapter, like something came to an end, whatever it is, and now you may kind of be sitting in that and be like, I don't really know how I feel about this. So it's like the consequences of dealing with something and feeling like maybe at a loss emotionally. Things could have also like happened very quickly too. Because maybe you even separated from something that you had felt connected with. Yeah, I'm seeing you be in a spot where it's like you're having mixed feelings about someone, about your relationship with this person. What I'm getting to is that to have the Ace of Pentacles and the Hierophant and the Five of Pentacles, you could have felt like pressured into making a decision, or like you made a decision based off of fear. And because you made a decision in that way, or like something was expected of you, or like with the Hierophant, it can be there's some sort of like social pressure on you. And like rather than making your own choice about something where, well, you did make your own choice, but rather than feeling empowered about the choice that you're making, you could have made it from a place that you felt like fearful or avoidant of something. And so that's why it kicked you into this space of you like being even more confused about like whatever this is, whatever this connection is. So as I said before, like rather than like maybe fully processing something, that I will say it came about like in an unexpected way. And so it's like you were using your coping strategies like to the best of your ability. And like that was what you had to make this decision. But in retrospect, it's something that like maybe if you were to experience something like this again, you would go back and make a decision in a different type of way. Because I'm seeing like where it's landed you now, at least right now within the spread, is like you feeling confused about a dynamic with someone. It's like being unsure about how you feel and maybe feeling so many different things that there's like no specific feeling that you are like resonating with or that's sticking. So maybe the hope was that something would be resolved, and now it's not there. It looks like there's still some sort of issue here. Could be working on like sending a message to someone or communicating with them. For some of you, you're going to be telling someone how you feel. Yeah, I'm seeing there be a notion where like you feel there are unresolved feelings, or you're trying to figure out how you feel about the dynamic that you have between you and this person, and also about your relationship. But because of you not being completely clear on how you're feeling, it seems like this is also impacting the relationship as well. It's interesting. It almost seems like there are like two different storylines that are going on here. Yeah, it looks like there was an opportunity that was missed, something was dismissed, and like someone's feeling sad about that. Like even regretting, because I'm seeing someone be in a place, remember energies can be reversed. I'm seeing somebody in a place where they're like, I know the logic that I used to make that decision and it was not an empowering one. It's like they feel sad because of like the type of logic that they used to make a decision, but it's like knowing that one didn't, it wasn't like their best self that made the decision. Meaning it wasn't one's like empowered self. As I said before, it came from an attitude that was like maybe scared, feeling ineffective, feeling like their choices don't make a difference or don't matter, not believing in oneself, stuff like that. Which like led to even more like sadness about this. It seems like something was going on, and rather than like leaning into it to understand it, one may have like pushed it away actually, but is now dealing with like the emotional and energetic repercussions of that. And it seems like mostly sadness about, yeah, like dismissing an opportunity, dismissing something. I'm seeing also the notion of somebody working together with at least one other person and there being like a break that one is taking from that. So there could have been some sort of like collaboration or hanging out or exchanging that was going on that someone's kind of separating themselves from now. Yeah, I'm seeing somebody get very, very closed off. What I'm getting is that like somebody could have disengaged from something, but rather than communicating why, you could have just even felt like an energetic impact from this person of them having boundaries but not speaking about it. So it's like these people are together, right? Like hanging out or having this experience that they're having, and then there's a separation. So it's like the energies kind of pull apart from one another, and like the energy over here like kind of moves into this space where they like disappear in a way. It feels even like a ghosting type of energy, or one that is like trying to do things behind the scenes and like not be known. And I'm seeing it's like secretly this person feels very defensive, but they may not have articulated that. It's like someone may have pulled away and like you have space from them, and it's like behind the scenes they're feeling again like very, very defensive, or like very much like there's a need to protect their energy, but I'm not seeing this was necessarily communicated. It's kind of like feels like something fell off. And maybe someone like isn't even sure of like why they feel the need to be defensive or like stand guard, but they just do feel like that. Gaining clarity, gaining understanding of what had happened and why the separation had occurred. Because this could have been someone you were like actively engaging with, and then it's like things go quiet. Okay, so something happens that's surprising. You move into a space where you're collaborating with someone. It's like something even that happened spontaneously led you into this dynamic that you share with someone, like working with this person, collaborating with them, catching up with them, meeting with them, whatever it is, you and another person exchanging energy. Seeing somebody making some sort of plan, they feel like very unsure of what it is that they're feeling emotionally, and I'm seeing them like take even a break or space, step away from whatever this is. As I said before, rather than this person like leaning into like what in the world is going on here emotionally, I'm seeing someone like very much cut themselves off and separate themselves. I'm seeing an ending that happens because of this. So because of like this resistance, I'm seeing something come to an end. I'm seeing a very close relationship, and I'm seeing something that's hidden. Even something about the particular dynamic of the relationship. Then I'm seeing a new beginning. I'm seeing a different type of relationship, and I'm seeing somebody feel very defensive or have a lot of boundaries here. So maybe someone even felt the need to like protect or defend something. For some reason, I just get the feeling of like someone being influenced in some sort of way with the Hierophant. And like to not see the Hermit at all, there may have been decisions that you were making where like rather than checking in with yourself and reflecting privately, there could be like somebody or something. It can even be like some sort of system, something that like maybe influencing the decisions that you're making. It's like for some reason somebody even feels on guard, like even within the dynamic that they have with this person. On this side, it looks like a more like formal even relationship, and this one didn't look as formal. So as I said before, it's kind of like split. It's like there are two different storylines going on here. But yeah, something may have like blocked something else from happening. Whatever this influence is, it could be like someone or something that's well meaning within your life that gave you some sort of advice that you don't actually resonate with. And by you asking yourself, like, do I resonate with this? Like, do I agree with the mind frame that they're coming from? Like, is that a type of logic that, like, I resonate with? Do I want to use that? And, like, asking yourself where this source of information is coming from, or this advice, or this guidance. Even if this person is well meaning, it may not actually be something that you identify with. And so, this is about asking yourself how you're feeling. Because it seems even like it's going to help you with something that you had been doing that you don't feel is that you don't feel is coming, or that you don't feel like came from an empowered space. And it's something that, as I said before, you may have made a decision like under the influence of like something or someone, and now you're like, I regret that. Which, like, rather than sitting in that and just being like, I regret that, and just sitting there and doing nothing, it's like, well, now you know the truth and you can do something about it. Like, you're seeing something very clearly here. You may have also shied away from something and been like, I don't want the help of, like, even something like a benevolent force within your life. Like, this can be spirit or a spirit guide trying to help you out, or like the universe trying to set something up that's going to like benefit you. And you may have kind of pulled away from this and like maybe not trusted it or been like, I'm going to do things my own way. Like, it even seems like some sort of help that was being offered to you that like you may have like moved away from. The interesting thing is that I'm seeing you feel in a way like separated or alone or by yourself. So it seems like something that you did maybe to protect yourself actually put you in a space where you feel kind of alone and on your own. And this may be something that you're looking back at and like seeing in a different way than you had been seeing before. Like maybe you were just triggered by a situation and this was like your natural reaction also. There's something here about you being honest with yourself and like defending something that you believe in. And this may be something that that like maybe somebody or something is challenging a belief or like something within you that you're meant to actually like defend or advocate for yourself. It's like that's what's going to help you see the truth within this situation. See what you need to see. Seeing the little Page of Cups over here and the Knight of Cups. Yeah, as I said before, you may be thinking about messaging someone or thinking about reaching out to them. Mars, Taurus, Gemini, Pisces. You may be thinking about how you're feeling about something or someone, thinking about reaching out to them. I'm seeing that like this didn't happen yet, but it's something that you're thinking about. It's like, do I want to say that? Do I not? Should I really send the message? Maybe you're also kind of stalling too. Yeah, for some reason I'm getting a hesitance. It's about communicating your feelings in some way. It looks even like once this happens, you may feel a sense of relief and feel like more calm or more settled than you had been before. Feeling even more confident in yourself. Feels like listening to intuitively like what you're being guided to do and following through with that and like watching the effect that that's going to have on you. And like even feeling more solid because of that. Yeah, feeling solid because you're listening to your intuition. This is a moment of, rather than making a decision based off of like what your ego wants, it's about like really tuning into, or like about the influence of, without being influenced by other people, it's about really tuning into like what your heart is telling you, what your wise mind is telling you, what your intuition is telling you, what your heart is telling you, and following through with that and finding a sense of like security and safety within that process of you like truly listening to your heart and allowing it to lead you where you're being guided, and feeling confident because you are like expressing yourself in the way that you want to. Because there's even a notion here of like recognizing the value of your intuition, recognizing the value of like all of the feelings that you have, and also like expressing, saying things that maybe weren't said before. But there's a sense of wanting to say these things so it can be like clarified or known. Because I'm seeing like even something bring you peace of mind that you didn't have before. Here you are. I was waiting, Virgo, for you to pop out. Yeah, I'm seeing it's like getting back online with your intuition, and like as you reflect, gaining clarity that you did not have before. It's like your reflection leads you to wisdom that you did not have access to before. But because you're reflecting and feeling confident about what you're finding, it's helping really guide you. Whatever it was that was going on before in that last spread, it seems like very heavy and chaotic and like very draining. And this seems like breaking into a space where you're trusting yourself, you're communicating how you're feeling, you're actively moving to places that feel more peaceful and like de-escalating whatever it is that was going on before, feeling more confident and more like yourself because of that, and feeling more in touch with yourself, feeling a sense of stability, trusting your intuition, feeling like that's leading you to like where it's leading you towards your goals, and also like taking this time to reflect so you gain the clarity of like what and when and where you're being guided, and all of this. And it even seems like you have the opportunity to balance out a situation, to like bring justice to a situation. So like feeling like you can make something right, even, or restore a sense of balance that had been like lost in some sort of way. There may also be an approach that you're switching out. Like maybe there was an old approach that you were using before and now you're going to be doing that in a different way. Seems like something that you're letting go of, like to switch it out for a different way of doing things. I'm seeing there be a connection here with somebody that you know. Yeah, the way that you may be approaching someone or a situation, you may be like doing it, putting like a different spin on to how you do things. So it's like maybe you were approaching someone in a particular way that you feel is like maybe no longer in alignment with you, and so you want to switch up the way that you had been like approaching or addressing this person, because it looks very much like you can find a sense of like balance in what you want with this person. There's just like something that needs to be made right within this situation, but I'm seeing it lead to like a lot of like happiness. It's even like something is restored, there's a sense of reciprocity, there is the opportunity for you to like pursue your happiness like with potentially this person that is part of your history. And like that's the challenge here, it's to let go of like maybe an aspect or a part of the relationship that's no longer in alignment with it, no longer in alignment anymore, it's no longer relevant, or it's like you grew out of that, and it's about like discovering this new part of your relationship with this person. It's like something about like letting go of the old ways and like assuming the new form within yourself and also within your dynamic with this person. Seeing Libra and Uranus here, which very much is about like doing things in a way you feel like is right and maybe trying things in a new way than you had been before. Looking at the moon and Virgo here also. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.